Hello and welcome to DC Velocity's Thought Leadership Series produced in conjunction with MHI. My name is Mark Solomon. I'm a senior editor at DC Velocity magazine. Today we are pleased to be joined by Ronald Clapman. Ronald is Senior Solutions Sales Engineer for Thermopylae Sciences and Technology, based in Arlington, Virginia. They are better known as T-Sciences, and even better known as one of Google Inc.'s leading partners, particularly in the mapping geosciences area. And one of the new areas that Ronald and his team are working on are designing and developing software applications for what he's got on right now, which is Google Glass. Ronald, thanks for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having me. It's great.
Let me know what it is that you are doing with Google Glass and how it applies to the warehousing, distribution center, and material handling space.
Right. Well, just what some people not clear on what glass is, but as I'm wearing this pair of glasses, and there's a little display that is just a little above my eye, on my right eye, slightly to the left, as a monitor, and then I can see almost like a screen, very small. It's not always on. It's on when I want it to be on, but it's a useful information product for me that I can use to get information. For instance, if I wanted to go from point A to Z, I can actually pull up a map. Just as simple as you want to do a Google map, I can pull up a map that would show me directions. And I can do that very easily. It's also hands-free, so I can interact with this pair of glasses by using my voice, or it actually has a touchpad that's on the side. So using one finger or two fingers, I can command this pair of glasses. I can take pictures, I can take videos, it can display important information to me, and what's really amazing is that it's actually connected to the internet, and I have access to information. I have access to outside information. I have access to information that's within my company. And we're seeing here at the show, we demonstrated Google Glass to the audience just yesterday and had an overwhelming response of where this could be really useful in the factory, the warehouse, the distribution center, indoors, so that workers who are working in a factory who need to find things, who need where is something located, or they may be at a particular workstation. And by using glass, they can actually just target, I can just move my head down and look at a barcode, and instantly the information related to that barcode or to that station is displayed in my little window right up above my eye. And I can interact with that information. I can scroll that information, I can send that information to other people, and if I need something in particular that has to be at this particular station, I can now get directions to where that product or parts might be that I need for that assembly. I can get directions to that, and again, it's all hands-free, and I can collaborate. I can actually, this is paired to my mobile device, so it's not only a pair of glasses, but I can receive text messages, I can receive mail, I can even talk as if it's a wireless phone. It's actually using, Bluetooth technology to communicate, and I guess the most important part is that it's hands-free, and I have instant information in front of me, and I have that information when I need it. So here at the show, as you can see, this is a sweet spot for them. They're very excited about the fact that we could use glass in that setting, and that information that they need at the moment, even the information that might change, like this assembly's finished, we could take it over to another section, they can track that. And actually, because glass is connected to my phone, there's also a little GPS, and there's also the use of what's called beacon technology today that's used for indoor location. That could be used to actually track my movement within a particular indoor location. So it's actually a great use for both marrying outdoor mapping to indoor mapping.
It would sound like it really has more, perhaps, logical application in the warehouse and distribution center space right now than it does in the consumer space. And I guess the question is, when would one be ready? Is there even a year that you could project that one would be ready for use in a warehouse distribution center?
It could be used now. There are companies that are actually using the product today. There's some videos on YouTube that actually show that being used today. There's a Plex video that shows the use of Google Glass that people can look at. It shows exactly the scenarios that I just explained. A real simple scenario of using glass in the warehouse. and doing the same thing, going to stations, grabbing parts, moving them around, getting directions, and at the same time being able to communicate, not having to pick up a phone or to get text messages or mail. You can do that. So it's useful today. This is technology that's useful today.
When the company was designing a prototype, did it consider the industrial and manufacturing space, or did it come to them that, hey, we might have designed this with the consumer in mind, but there's this fantastic potential over here?
I think both. I think certain things were pretty obvious that it could be really useful, especially with today there's a trend of really merging the mapping technology on the outside mapping to indoor mapping, and then how would we really be able to leverage indoor mapping as well, and the information that you would need. And with Google, their use of Drive, Google's use of what they call Google Maps engine, being able to get a hold of maps, that you have indoor maps, and now those maps are displayed for me that can provide directions for me. And the combination of being able to use documents that I have stored related to what maybe the purchase order on the assembly that I'm making, I could pull up the purchase order and look at the actual information about it. Or if I need instructions on how to use this particular station, all of that information can be pulled out of the Google Cloud, Drive and mapping from Google Maps engine.
So basically everything, it's an entire computer in that.
It's the Internet of Things. In other words, we're now attaching, and what's really interesting is that not only is it attaching physical things, but it's still keeping the human element into it. There's a term called digital, which is the fusion of digital and physical, and this is a perfect example of where we have the digital world really tightly coupled to the physical world. Best example would be Google Glass.
Thank you for your time, Ron.
You're welcome.